Now, discrete probability is countable. It is finite. The number of pens in your book bag, the number of times you wake up on time, okay? And typically this is shown as some type of diagram with values x and probability p of x, kind of like what you're going to see in a second. In addition to your standard questions you're asked with probability, like all the probabilities have got to be between 0 and 1 inclusive, the probabilities of everything have got to add up to 1. The new thing here is the expected value. When you're asked, like, what's the expected number of pets per household? Or what's the expected number of dogs per household? Again, what's the expected number of times you go to class? That's another word. Expected value. Expected is another way to say mean. And the formula for it overall is going to be the summation of the outcome times the probability of each outcome. Okay, so you take the outcome times the probability of each outcome, you multiply, and then this summation formula means you add them all together, which we're going to see in just a minute with this example. Given the probability distribution of number of gators spotted in a swamp at any given week, okay? So you're given this distribution. Of course, the one that's missing, what is the probability of spotting 3 gators? Okay, so we can just calculate this very nicely. We know it all has to add up to 1, so you could go 1 minus 0.21 plus 0.15 plus 0.42. Plug that into a calculator, and you'll get 0.22 for the answer. So for 3 gators, it's 0.22. Move it right. Can I write over it? No, not really. It didn't work. Okay, so 0.22. It kind of worked over the question mark. That was kind of cool. What is the probability of spotting less than 2 gators? Okay, so less than 2 gators would be 1 or 0 gators, and these would be considered disjoint events, if you recall. So the probability of less than 2 would be the probability of 0 or, which means add 1 gator. 0.21 plus 0.15 will give you 0.36. But the new thing is, what is the expected number of gators spotted? So that would be your mean. That's going to be multiply, 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 and then add those all together. So to write that out, it would be 0 times 0.21 plus 1 times 0.15 plus 2 times 0.42 plus 3 times 0.22. And you plug that all into your calculator. There we go. And you get 1.65. And you're not rounding. You just say, I expect 1.65 gators spotted, okay, in any given week. And that is how you work out expected value for discrete probability given a probability distribution like so.